Hey yo, the fuck was that? Peace to the gods, peace to the gods. Hey, mic check too though. What the fuck? What is this? They got some whole different. No, wait. Normal. Don't add no damn filter on me. Don't add no filter on me. What's happening? Peace to the gods. Peace to the immortals. You know, the ones that can see, the divine beings, chaos beings. Peace, 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 peace. For those of y'all who come later on YouTube, welcome. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Okay. We're dealing with some real interesting shit tonight on tonight's mystery session. I call it the Hermetic Discourse of the Soul. Now, what's interesting about this specific session is, you know, we're going to go over some real deep concepts, you know, some principles that have forever been, you know, gone over for the past few thousand years. Honestly, it's been kept secret in some mystery sections, sects, cults. You know, there's been multiple different sects around the world that have adopted these Hermetic principles and Hermetic philosophies. Mainly those, you know, that came later. My dog tripping. Go, girl. Go. Mainly the ones that came later after the Moors, or the ones that kept this science going for the longest up until and kept it throughout Europe and shit like that. So understand this science right here goes back anciently, way back to Tahuti, Hermes, Thoth, however you want to call them, the Emerald Tablets, all that type of good shit. And that's the thing. When we deal with the soul aspect of the world that we're in, that's really the kicker. You have to separate yourselves, at least mentally, from those people who actually think that this is all actual reality, you know? And what I mean is, there are people out here that truly believe the earth is the end all be all. Okay, the end all be all for just the soul, the body, the spirit, the mind, all of that, if you will. And then there are people that associate what we're dealing with the creation of a God and religion, and all of this being some religious test of some sort, you know. And it seems like there's becoming more and more people, not more and more, but I've noticed, you know, the more you wake up, you start to notice the amount of people that actually do get it, you know, and or at least want and are hungry to want to learn more about what it is this incarnation really is. Because what we're dealing with is a very complex complex reality, multi-dimensional incarnation. Is really interesting when you break it down, you know, how all of it has to do with the soul. You know, I was watching a movie the other night. I don't know what the hell made me watch the damn movie too. I'd never seen it. It was called Pan's Labyrinth. Okay. And in about 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, really the first 30 seconds actually tell you what type of science it is. Even from the very opening scene, you can see this little girl coming up out of this spiraling staircase, if you will. You know, she coming up out this spiraling staircase while the narrator talking about this girl, her soul, her spirit. She was born in the underworld. Okay. The main character of the movie Pan's Labyrinth, her soul was born in the underworld. Okay. Now, it said that she had wanted to explore and try or whatever the fuck she wanted to do. Her ass leave her original home and goes up to the actual human world. Okay? The human world tear her ass up and it kills her. She dies. But being that she died in this human world, her soul was now trapped in this incarnation cycle, right? And that she would be stuck traveling from body to body until she figured out the damn science on how to get back. Now, I showed a few months ago on my story, there's a whole bunch of alchemical labyrinth pictures. Yeah, when you understand the mythology, and just the mystery behind the labyrinth and what we're doing down here, navigating through this here incarnation or embodiment, if you will, it's like the movie actually portrays it real interesting, because just like the movie Jacob's Ladder, the movie takes place all while the person's soul is the person's going through all these shit in the physical, when really their soul is just trying to get back to where it is they originated from, you know and that's the kicker. In the movie they had a couple little mysteries and shit. They showed the trickster spirit, the little trickster. I think it was Pan, representing as like the Baphomet looking. There's a lot of trickster figures in the mythology, because there's science behind that specific type of, what I'm saying, character, the trickster character. Okay. So in the movie, she was going through all of these trials and all of these different, tasks and shit she had to complete before before the moon had became full and shit like that. So, long story short, even in the movie, they show us the fact that they got, you know, this high spiritual science of the incarnation of the soul actually in these damn Hollywood flicks, you know? And that's a good one to watch too, because it's real brutal, and they kind of throw you off of the shit with all of the actual shit that's going on into the real world. But it actually makes it makes it 10 times better, because she was like this stepdaughter to this fucked up ass captain of the Spanish military, Spanish nationalists. This is in like 1944 and shit. Buddy damn near a Nazi. All right. Buddy ass damn near a Nazi with how his damn methods of what you call it, his methods of goddamn going about what he doing. He just fucking people up, And her mom was the wife to this fucked up ass, sadistic ass dude. You feel me? He walking around Deboing niggas like Hitler and all of this extra shit. Okay. He Deboing the shit out of people. And the little girl going through pretty much hell on a handbasket, going through all this shit with her mom and all this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Just not having the best of life. So seeing that, the movie makes even more sense, because her actually going up and leaving her, heavenly estate or the underworld where she was from, and going up there and actually dying and having to get caught up in this incarnation cycle. In her physical, she was subject to incarnation, which means she could have been born into some of the most fucked up conditions known to man, and she was born into a, granted that her mom was married to a captain, but the whole shit that they was going through was all extra fucked up, so it's showing you that this incarnation cycle that she got caught up in wasn't the damn best, and it's not the best. And what we're going to go over tonight pretty much breaks down why it is that some people, after they die, they end up back down here. Why is it that some people end up back stuck in the incarnation cycle? You know, how is it that we may have gotten caught up in our incarnation cycle? You know, I know what we're dealing with and what people have to start realizing. And here's the thing, you got to start thinking like this, okay? If you understand that your soul descended from on high, if you understand the beginning of Pan's Labyrinth, she left her heavenly state, her original state. So when you see stories talking about fallen angels, or the book of Enoch is talking about these angels who left their heavenly state, book of Job, these angels left their heavenly state and are now fallen angels and down here on earth intermingling with humans and whatnot. It's the same concept as the Moorish science that they dropped in the movie Pan's Labyrinth. Okay. She left her heavenly state, which they called the underworld, in the beginning. She went up the spiral of the Moorish initiation well. You can Google that. Moorish initiation well. Okay. And from there, she was now stuck in this incarnation. It's the same thing the mythology is talking about with the fallen angels being trapped down here and imprisoned on the earth and all of these different things like that. It's the human body. It's the human embodiment. Okay. But knowing all that, knowing that your soul is primordial and it descends from on high, regardless of how you got down here, you know the origins of which you come from. Knowing that you have attained mortality already. They got people over here searching and whatnot, praying to external gods for, what do they call it? Salvation, or what do they call it? Everlasting life and all of that. You already have obtained immortality. All right. Immortality. See, here's the thing. We have life and you have death and you have what's called existence. Okay. Life and death are extremes on the pole of existence. Understand that you exist, and to exist in this primordial state of the soul, it's cosmic. The soul cannot die. The soul cannot be, killed or anything like that. It is pure source material, if you will. So what I'm getting at is people need to start associating themselves with the immortal mindset. Meaning, if you understand that we done got thrown down in here into this incarnation, and that all of this is just a mere blip in the grand scheme of the cosmos, in the grand scheme of your multiverse, why are you even tripping about anything that takes place on Earth or in your life? When anything arises, you should have the immortality mindset. You should be believing and thinking and knowing that this shit ain't nothing. There ain't nothing to it. Why am I tripping? Why is anybody bothering me? Why is anything bothering me? There ain't no reason why nothing should bother me. I'm fucking immortal. But that will go along the lines of sounding crazy to somebody that will let their actual physical problems goddamn cause strife and turmoil in their mind and in their soul. Not having that divine consciousness, not walking and really embracing God mode. You are the main character in your movie. You are the main character in your, nigga, you're sitting in the damn director's chair. Nigga, it's you directing what your body does, who your body comes in contact with, what you do day to day. Nobody in goddamn slavery, which means you're the one that's living this movie. If the movie is boring, well, nigga, that's on you. If the movie sucks, that's just the way that it fucking goes. Change the goddamn movie. Change the scene. Nigga, change the scenery. Once you shoot a clip somewhere else, once you do something different, we have the power to do such. And I believe that a lot of people, even in this day and age, with the metaphysical and everybody talking spiritual this and everybody form of some sort of wokeness and whatnot, but still, we still find people with complaints. We still find people talking about shit ain't the way it should be, or whatever the case may be. Nigga, you have the power to change all of that. If you understand that we are only simply living in a dream, if this is only what the ancients called Maya, an illusion, why does any of it bother you? What is any of it? I'm sitting here, goddamn, talking to my literal phone screen right now. I could be having an actual therapy session with myself. Who's to say it exists? Who's to say, you woke up and went to sleep so many times you don't know which one is what? I'm pretty sure you could lose track at one point. One time you went to sleep and then you woke up, you was a goddamn adult. You know what I'm saying? And it was straight like that. Nothing with what it was and nothing with what it seems, So, as far as shit in your past, things in your future, we tend to worry about both of those because this world puts stress on both of those, the future and the past. Understand that you are always existing in the present moment, which is the damn future and the past simultaneously wrapped up in one cosmic bundle. And that's the beautiful part about being down here in this incarnation, is being able to experience all of the shit in a shell. This human body is bound by so many different laws of the universe, all while having something so immortally divine bound up inside it, which is the real you. So the text that we're going to be reading from tonight, is called the Hermetica. Okay, I've read from this before. If you guys are not familiar with this text, this is some ancient text coming out of Greece that they got from ancient Kemet, which is ancient Egypt. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting book. Not a lot of people understand what the hell's actually going on in it because it takes time to understand this goddamn deep ass shit. This is what they call pharaonic thought. This is the type of material that was being read by the literal pharaohs. Okay. The book we're reading from is from Asclepius. Okay. The Holy Book of Hermes Trismegistus is addressed to Asclepius. Now, this is also interesting based on who the text is addressed to. Okay. And Asclepius, was an actual real human. Some of we deal with Osiris and the mysteries and things like that, and some of the mythology and how it relates to us. But in reality, this man Asclepius, which his real name is Imhotep or Imhotep from Kemet, this was a real person. It's a real human being. So understand that the shit that we're dealing with, this is some real shit. The man in who we're dealing with, Asclepius, Imhotep, he was so real at what he did, which he's actually, if you Google the father of medicine, they'll show you a white guy, Hippocrates or some shit like that. But even he knows he got his shit from Imhotep, all right, which is, the father of medicine and architecture and all these other magnificent things that this man was able to do in his lifetime. They call him a genius. So understand the type of ism that he's about to be receiving is some actual primordial, cosmic, intergalactic, interdimensional damn wisdom. Period, point blank. That from which proceeds higher than the cosmos. Now listen. It says every human soul is immortal, Asclepius, but not all in the same way. Some differ in manner and time from others. Straight out the gate. Every soul is immortal. So knowing that, you're going to live again, you're going to live. You also will experience death, but death is an experience. It is not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? It's not the supreme end of anything. Death is a part of a cycle, just like life and birth is a part of a cycle. You know. So it says, from the heavens, all things come into earth and water and air. Only the fire that moves upward is life giving. What moves down is subservient to it, but whatever descends from it on high is a breeder. What diffuses upward is a feeder. Earth, who alone stands still in herself, is the receptacle of all and the renewer of all the kinds that she takes in. So, understanding that this earth plane that we are living in right now, okay, this is the receptacle and the renewer. This is very interesting because once you understand, this is why the Osiris drama actually makes a lot of sense and is very prevalent, simply because it's dealing with the alchemical regeneration of the soul. The reason why your soul is down here is to be renewed. If you have what it takes to grasp and attain all that comes with, being down here on earth. Straight like that. Okay. It says soul and matter embraced by nature are so stirred by the varied multiform quality of all images that in the discontinuity of their qualities, the forms are known to be infinite, yet they are united to this end, that the whole might seem to be one, and that all may seem to be from one. The elements by which the whole of matter has seemed to be formed are four: fire, water, earth, air, one matter, one soul, and one God. Okay. Everything stems from the one. Okay. The one. These are basic concepts. This is going to get very deep, but Hermes is letting Imhotep understand how it all is being broke down. You know what I'm saying? You have the one creator, generator. It goes on to say you can call that power or source of all, whatever the fuck you want to go, or whatever you want to call it, But from that one, it seems that there may be many of us, but at the end of the day, we're all one. Okay. It says they are united to this end, that the whole may seem to be one, and that all may seem to be from one. Okay. And then it talks about the matter has been formed. But before the matter, there was this soul and this spirit. Okay. Soul and matter. Right. So knowing that, you have to understand. Okay. When you see yourself, or the bro had said something on the Instagram. He said, I never seen, some bros doing a good job at breaking down a lot of this shit. Whoopty whoopty whoop. Okay. I read that. And the first thing I thought, I was like, well, nigga, I'm literally, and y'all watching, anybody watching that on a soul level, being that the soul is all connected, everybody who has a soul, everybody's connected to the one true source. So if you're seeing me and you have a soul, I am nothing but a different version of you. Period, point blank. I am nothing but a slightly different version of you. Period. Okay. Let's see. Because it's about to get real deep. Okay. It says, all things that depend on from above, however, are divided into forms in the way that I'm about to explain. You have to understand this Hermetic thought, this discourse that they're having over the soul is very interesting. You got shit called forms. You got shit called kinds. There are different forms of things and there are different kinds of things, Now, people may say that on a mundane level, but you have to understand that there's a lot of truth and science behind those type of things. It says, thus, the kind made up of gods will produce from itself the forms of gods. The kind made up of demons as that of humans, and likewise birds and all things that the world contains breeds from resembling itself. There is another kind of living thing, a kind without a soul, yet lacking senses. Understand that. There's another type of living thing without a soul, yet not lacking senses. Thus, it finds joy in good treatment, harm and weakness in adversity. I'm speaking of all things in those life that come from the earth when their roots and stems are undamaged, and their forms have been scattered all over the earth. Heaven itself is full of God. The four kinds, however, dwell as far as the places that belong to its forms, and the forms of all these things are immortal. Now, I know that shit sounds a little crazy, but I have to keep reading in order for you guys to make it sense. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We're all reflections of each other. My brother, Ashe, 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 Ashe. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddess. All right. Hit the like button. You know, we got no likes. Hit the like button. God damn it. It says, to life. Hold on. It says, okay. To life, earth, when all their roots and stems are undamaged. Okay, their forms have been scattered. Okay, hold on. These things are immortal. Now, a form is a part of a kind, as a human is of humanity, right? And it must follow the quality of its kind, whence, although all kinds are immortal, it happens that not all forms are immortal. In the case of divinity, both kind and form are immortal. The fertility coming to be preserved the kinds of other things, which or where eternity belongs to the kind, even though forms perish. Thus, there are mortal forms, but not kind, so that human is immortal, but and humanity immortal. So all that is saying, in a whole lot of words, there are certain things that are immortal that come from different kinds. Hit the like button, y'all. How hard is that? Click the like button in the corner for the algorithm. Like button. Anyways, it says there are different types of forms and kinds. Okay. Now you have to understand the kinds are those that come from on high, and these kinds take after different forms, which have mortality to them. Now listen, however, the forms of all kinds combined with all kinds, some were made before, and some are made from those that were made. Ding, 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 ding. I'm going to say that again. However, the forms of all kinds combined with all kinds, some were made before, and some were made from those that were made. Those made by gods or made by demons or by humans are all forms closely resembling their kinds. It is impossible for bodies to be shaped without divine assent, for forms to be figured without the aid of demons, and without humans, soulless things cannot be started and kept going. Therefore, because they are conjoined to some kind of divine thing, any demons who by chance drop down from their kind into a form are considered godlike and nearness by association. You guys are not hearing me, nigga. But those demons are called friendly to those humans whose forms persist in the quality of their kind. For humans, the pattern is similar but broader. The form of humankind is multiform and various. Coming down from association with the higher form just described, it takes many conjunctions with all forms and aids of necessity, makes with them almost everything. Hence, one who has joined himself to the gods in divine reverence, using the mind that joins him to the gods, almost attains divinity. And one who has been joined to the demons attains their condition. Human are they who remain content with the middle status of their kind, and remaining forms of people will be like those of whose forms they adjoin themselves. Nigga, this is some divine and this is why I say this was only taught to the pharaohs, or this was specifically taught to the pharaohs. This is some different shit. Yeah, I would have to read this 10 more times for y'all to break it down. But hey, I've read a lot of this shit, and like I said, I can read it to y'all, and it's got to resonate in the soul. It's got to hit the soul, y'all. It's got to tap your soul, okay? Because of this, all this crazy shit going on. Because of this, Hotep. A human being is a great wonder, a living thing to be worshipped and honored, for he changes his nature into a god's as if he were a god. He knows the demonic kind in so much as he recognizes that he originated among them. He despises that part of him that is human nature, having put his trust in the divinity of the other part. How much happier is the blend of the human nature conjoined to the gods by a kindred divinity. He despises inwardly that part of him in which he is earthly. All others he draws close to him in a bond of affection, recognizing his relation to them by heaven's disposition. It says he looks up to heaven, right? Because he has been put in the happier place of the middle status so that he might cherish those beneath him and be cherished by those above him. This is why I say to worship a God other than to worship yourself is to worship a God inferior than you. Because you being the divine human on this goddamn earth plane, being in the middle of all of these cosmos, trapped in the middle in solid, but embracing and experiencing divinity and mortality all in the same bunch. This is some divine cosmic shit. Okay? Okay? It says, so he be cherished by those above him. He cultivates the earth. He swiftly mixes into the elements. He plumbs the depths of the sea in the keenness of his mind. Everything is permitted him. Heaven itself seems not too high, for he measures it in his clever thinking as if it was nearby. No misty air dims the concentration of his thought. No thick air obstructs his work. No abysmal deep of water blocks his lofty view. He is everything and he is everywhere. Why do you guys think I say I embrace everything and I say, nigga, everything is everything? I don't even, why are you tripping? Why do you think I started this shit off talking about, hey, yo, if you're actually divine and you understand that you're immortal, nigga, why are you not thinking like an immortal being? Because your goddamn ass ain't been studying that damn pharaonic thought, nigga. Get on it. Now listen, all I did was hop on here and want to read. Tis all. Want to read some pharaonic thought to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And actually something that can wake up and stir a little bit up in your soul. What Draymond do? What was Draymond doing? Stir up the soul, nigga. Stir up the soul, nigga. Straight like that. Okay? It says, of all these kinds, the ensouled have roots reaching from them on high to below. Listen. We are talking about people with souls, and we talking about people without souls. It's a difference. Of all of these kinds, the ensouled have roots reaching them from on high to below. But living things without soul branch from a root that grows from beneath to above. Some things are nourished on composite food, others on simple food. The types of food are two, one for the soul, the other for the body. The two substances of which living things consist, the soul feeds on the ever restless stirring of the world, and bodies grow on water and earth and foods of the lower world. The spirit that fills all mixes with everything and enlivens everything. And in humans, here, listen, if you hear this, and if you ever catch this, this is the key. But it says, and in humans, consciousness is added to understanding. Only this fifth part granted to him it says only this fifth part granted to humanity comes from the ether of all living things. Consciousness equips only the human, exalts it, raises it up to understand the divine plan. But since I am reminded to speak about consciousness, I shall also set forth an account for it a little later. It is a great subject, very holy, no less than an account of divinity itself. But now let me finish for you what I began. At the beginning, I was speaking on that conjunction with the gods in which only human enjoy because the gods esteem them. Those humans who have gained so much happiness that they grasp the divine consciousness of understanding. The diviner consciousness that is only in God and in human understanding. And then Imhotep asks, he goes, is consciousness not uniform in all people, Trismegistus? And it says, not all have gained true understanding, Asclepius. They are deceived, pursuing on rash impulse and without due consideration of reason. An image that begets malice in their minds and transforms the best of living things into a beastly nature with brutal habits. And when I speak about spirit, I will give you a full account of consciousness and related topics. It says, mankind is the only living thing that is twofold. One part of him is simple, what the Greeks call oriosdes, or what we call a form of divine likeness. What the Greeks call hulikos, and what we earthly is fourfold form is made from the body, and it covers over what we have already termed divine in mankind. It covers the divinity, the pure mind, which rests in its kindred, the thoughts of pure mind, and what itself sheltered in a wall of body. Okay. So let me go on. Mind you, this is some cosmic fire right here. Peace to the guys. Like the video. It says, but I noticed, Asclepius, that the and this is a lot of people right here, because god damn it, motherfuckers, I need to know, I have to know. It says, but I noticed, because his ass a nigga, he want to know. Okay. Appreciate y'all for liking the video, coming in, and y'all subscribe, whoever, what I'm saying, all the shits, all the stuff. But I noticed, because this is YouTube, all right, and I'm building some shit from the ground up. I appreciate y'all coming in here and supporting the work of the gods, getting out this content, straight like that. Okay, tapping in, I appreciate it. All right, straight like that. It says, but I noticed, Asclepius, that the mind's quick desire hastens you to learn how mankind can cherish heaven or the things in it and tend to its honor. Hold on. Okay, we were talking about this shit earlier. Okay, I'm gonna break this shit down for you motherfuckers, okay? Okay, I'm breaking shit down. All right. It says, attend to its honor. Listen, Asclepius, cherishing God on heaven and all that heaven contains, all that heaven contains means but one thing: constant as duteous service. Service, nigga. For me to you. Okay. It says, except for mankind alone, no living thing, neither divine nor mortal, has done this service. Heaven and heavenly beings take delight in wonderment, worship, praise, and service from humans. Rightfully. Now, listen. It says rightly, the supreme divinity, the all of all, sent the chorus of the muses down to meet mankind, lest the earthly world lack sweet melody and seem thereby less civilized. Instead, with songs set to music, humans praised and glorified him who all alone is the father of all, and thus owing their praise of heaven, earth has not been devoid of charms and harmony. Okay, some very small number of these humans endowed with pure mind have been allotted the honored duty of looking up to heaven. but those lagged behind at a lower reach of understanding under the body's bulk because their mind mingled because theirs is a mingled twofold nature, have been appointed to care for the elements of these lower objects. Mankind is a living thing, but nonetheless for the none the lesser for being partly mortal, indeed for the purpose of his composition, perhaps fitter and abler, enriched by mortality, had not been made of both materials, he would not have been able to keep them both. He was formed of both to tend to the earth and cherish divinity as well. So understand, this is really all, mind you, nigga, this is where they get the whole New Testament from. I mean, not New Testament, some of the New Testament. This is a lot of the Old Testament, all right? It's a lot of the Old Testament, okay? It's a lot of Tanakh, Torah up in here, all right? But anyways, but they didn't write it like this. They switched it up. But anyways, mind you, it's talking about the muses, right? And how the muses, which are these ether elemental beings, lively elemental beings, have been sent down to meet mankind so that the earthly world does not lack melody, it lacks sweet melody and chorus and harmony. Listen, this is why I ask people if they listen to music. Nigga, the muses. There is something about certain music that unlocks some shit in your DNA, in your soul. This is why they put out so much fuckery. Because they understand that by getting people to bob to a certain, just this whole frequency aspect, vibrations, all of the shits and the stuff that comes with, you know, the whole musical aspect. All right. Now understand, you can use music to heal yourself. So if you could put on a certain, you know, tune or song and it can unlock some healing shit, what is every other song that ain't goddamn, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit be, especially the shit they put out for black people, you know, this ratchet ass rap music and degenerate trash ass rap music again, you know, yeah, it doesn't have no type of high vibration. It's all low, mundane, trash shit, which is actually gotten and seeped into the melanin and the mellow scenes of these niggas, into they mellows, to the point where they're acting exactly. And this is how you know you can control somebody with some shit. That's why music and all that shit was used during ritual, is ceremony, and things of that nature, because it has the divinity behind it. There is something divine behind what happens when music is made and it hits you. It is some real shit that enlivens your soul. Okay? Just want to throw that out there. Okay? The muses and all that shit is real shit. So the music that we was coming out with as black people in the damn 70s and in the late 60s and even before that, James Brown and all this shit, motherfuckers had some soul to their ass. All right? And when you start to combine all them instruments and putting all that shit together, you got some shit that can unlock some shit in your ass. And there's a lot of cultures around the world as well that do have some of that indigenous music, you know, using some instruments that may be, you know, ancient, arcane. It may just literally be some goddamn, you know, some drums and shit like that, you know, and some people singing and shit, a couple tambourines and whatnot. But hey, that's the shit right there. It's melody, song, music, and that's the shit right there that unlocks some shit in you, or can unlock the healing in your ass. All right? Straight like that. Okay? Yeah, I want to get on this. Hold on. The cosmos, blah, blah. I like this one right here. This is pretty interesting. It's talking about possessions, okay? It says, any earthly possessions owned out of bodily desire are all alien to every part of his divine kinship. I'm going to say that one more time, okay? It says, any earthly possessions owned out of bodily desire are all alien to every part of divine kinship. Meaning, everything that you got, your soul don't probably give a fuck about. All these earthly possessions, what does it matter? And then they, like I said, you get some New Testament right there, because Jeebus ass in the New Testament was talking about nigga selling everything, nigga, all your earthly possessions, nigga, all that shit matters, gain the world, lose his soul, all that type of shit like that, you know. A lot of that shit come from this. Okay. Now, it says to name such things possessions is correct, because they do not come to be with us, but come to be possessed by us later on. Wherefore we call them by the names possessions. Everything of this kind then is alien to mankind, even the body, and we should despise both the things we yearn for and the source within us, the vice of the yearning. The aim of argument leads me to think that mankind was bound to be human only to this extent, that by contemplating divinity, he should scorn and despise that mortal part joined by him by the need to preserve the lower world. Ooh, shit. That was some fire. I'm not even going to lie to you. That was actually some divine cosmic heat right there. I'm going to read it again. But that was some divine cosmic heat, you know. Listen. It says, to name these such things possessions is correct, because they do not come with us, but come to be possessed by us later on. Wherefore we call them by the name possessions. Everything of this kind then is alien to mankind, even the body, and we should despise both the things that we yearn for and the source within us, which is the vice of the yearning. What do you niggas want? And why? Think about it. What do you really want? You know? See, and once you really break that shit down, shit don't really matter. I mean, it's cool to want it and have it, but at the same time, clearly, when you deal with the higher shit, the higher spiritual science, the soul is not concerned of these things. Because for most people, these wants and these desires, when you don't attain the shit, you feel a type of way. When you do attain it, you like it for a short period of time, and it's probably onto the next earthly yearning desire. And do you not know they create a very good job at creating a world that is just like that? Always wanting something. Always wanting something. Always needing something. Always gotten to have something. Yearning for something. All the new this. All that whoopty whoop. That's why you see some of the higher, most spiritual people are the motherfuckers that live in the goddamn jungle, and they don't want for nothing. They don't want for nothing because what do they actually need? They don't want for anything because they pretty much have everything. And if some of us were to actually look at the life that they do live in comparison to some of these other people in the world, well, what the fuck don't you have? Some people around the world would love to have a damn car. Some people got a car. Love to have a job. Some people got a job making more money than some people around the world make more than any damn. You make more than in a paycheck than some people do in a whole year around the world in US dollars. People in Mexico living on $20 US a month. Literally. So how are you sitting here trying to goddamn become a damn millionaire in a country that you already have millions of? There's countries out there where you already have millions of dollars. And people are living day to day like how you are living day to day, except they're doing this shit on less than $20 a month. So you have to understand that all of the wants and the yearns, what the hell in you is saying, I want that? What the hell in you is saying, I need that? Because granted, there are things that you do need and do want, but you have to understand these things do not come with us. They come to be possessed by us. That's why they're called possessions. These things are earthly possessions, and it says everything of this kind is alien to mankind, even the body. So you have to understand all these possessions and owning these things, and this is why you see symbolically. This is why you see symbolically in the Garden of Eden. You know, it said they were naked and shit. You know, they were naked and shit, cosmically naked. The soul before their descent into matter. You know, when you see that they actually had to put on clothes and shit like that and actually clothe themselves. Before that, before they were in physical matter, what were you in? Nothing. So all of the shit that is down here is only a thought and a want of possession, just based on simply the life that we're in and the life that you have and the mentality that you have about things that you see. Okay, because all things stem in the mind. And even they play a difference on men and women. You know, women spend a little bit more money on shit because they're pretty much impulsive and kind of, you know, emotionally when they buy, you know, and men, you kind of got to really sell some shit to men, but men will spend the money too, but you really got to sell some shit, you know, because, you know, men try to think that, you know, I got to have money and save money and all that shit. You know, it's all fucked up because it's all, what does it matter? You can die tomorrow. You could be out of this damn meat suit tomorrow, tonight. I know niggas that went to sleep. I know niggas that went to sleep and never woke up. Rest in peace to my bro. So you could be out of here a lot sooner than you think you are. Straight like that. So why the fuck are you stressing? Why the fuck does it matter? Literally. I be having to check myself and shit. I be having to do little mudras and shit. How you do it? I be having to do little mudras and shit. Like, hey, yo, am I really out here tripping over a dream? Am I really out here tripping over a goddamn illusion? Over a dream? Nah. People at work, yeah, you really be smoking weed all day and really just don't give a fuck, do you? Like, no. Nigga, you fire me, I'll get another job, nigga. The fuck? Nigga, like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm the god in this bitch. I move, I do shit how everything in my goddamn life, nigga, is according to how the fuck I feel like doing it, nigga. Period, point blank. Nigga, if I don't feel like doing it, I'm not doing it. Period. If I don't have the desire for it, it's not going to appear to me. Period. Most things that I have a desire for, they come to my life. I have a yearning desire for not earthly possessions, but for knowledge. My soul is fucking got every feeler out, all magnetic shit, spiritual. I want knowledge. How the fuck do you think we're on here breaking down this type of pharaonic thought? Because I'm not sitting here concerned about what the fuck is out here in the real world. Nigga, my credit score, I've been working on my shit just cause, but my credit score is 733. All right. And I got an uncle who sells and owns managed car lot shit. He's like, oh, nigga, I get you zero down and shit. Whoopty, 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 whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm like, nigga, I done made it 32 years and had 30 cars, no car payment. No cap. Got 2 cars right now. Own them both. I see all types of shit. All types of shit that I like and I see and whatnot, but I don't yearn for it. If I want anything out there, nigga, I can get that shit. Period. Especially with the way they got the fucking world set up. Yeah, you'll have to end up working 10, 20 jobs to be able to own one of the things that it is that you want or be able to afford it without going in debt and getting it stolen or taken back from you by these janky ass banks and shit, depending on what it is. But mostly everything in this goddamn world is literally attainable. So the fact that people be out here stressing out, worried about physical bullshit, to where you can get boom. Next thing you know, you're living the Sixth Sense like Bruce Willis. Waking up like, oh shit. You know? Thinking the whole thing is good and shit. Nigga, your ass is dead and out this motherfucker. So, putting all this worry, and here's the thing, the best thing you can do is live and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a dumbass. Like, we're gonna get into all of this, okay? We just warming the fuck up, okay? But I had to dive in a good chunk to where this next part's just straight ether. Straight ether, straight fire when dealing with what we're dealing with. I mean, that shit right there really cooked me right there. You know what I'm saying? It says we should despise both the things that we yearn for and the source within us, which is the vice of the yearning. Do you want to know why a lot of people have that yearning for things? Because they were told no when they were a child. And that inner child inside of them still be wanting shit. And most people are broke because they can't never satisfy that inner child, to where when they were young, they always didn't have shit or always wanted shit. Because now they're spending their goddamn money on everything they want and have. And they're going to stay in the damn rat race, running the damn rat circle, working these stupid ass jobs, the mundane. Because you steady trying to goddamn satisfy and feel that inner child archetype in you that you never got over. Because at the end of the day, you have to understand, what the fuck in me makes me want that shit? I bought a fucking microscope. What in me made me want a microscope? Nigga, my fucking furtherment of my goddamn education made me want that goddamn shit. I know the source of my yearning for that specific desire. Microscope, it appeared. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. Anything that you want in your life, it should be, and here's the thing. That's why I do what I do, because it's like, okay, human, you want it? All right, have it so you can stop thinking about the damn shit all the goddamn time, watching YouTube videos of the damn shit. Just get on my fucking face. You know, you goddamn irritate your goddamn mom and shit, and they finally just give in to your desire. You're like, yes, microscope. Like, you know, and then, like I said earlier, you end up getting shit. And mind you, I use the shit, but there's a lot of things that I've ended up getting, and, you know, it was cool at the motherfucking moment, but what? You end up not even using the goddamn shit for too damn long. It ends up just being some shit that you yearned for and ended up feeling after you got the damn possession. Most people want all these cars and shit like that. You get the motherfucking car, new car, after 3 days, motherfucker, it's a car. You got to pay for that bitch unless you bought it all cash. So hope you like it enough to want to pay on it every month, motherfucker. I ain't never in my life goddamn liked the car that much to where I wanted to pay on that bitch every goddamn month and pay insurance. Nigga, do I look like a nigga that pay car insurance? Nigga, do I sound like somebody that pay car insurance? Nigga, I am a motherfucking god. Fuck that. If I hit you, you'd be lucky if I don't skirt off on your motherfucking ass, nigga. Be glad if I goddamn stayed, goddamn it. Know my track record, but I'm just saying, you know, for fucking what? And it sounds crazy. It's like, damn, nigga, I do me. I told you, I'm just a different version of yourself. I'm the nigga that do all the shit that you probably wouldn't do. Yeah, I got the altar with candles and all the shit set up. I know some of you guys do too, but I'm the one that do a lot of the shit that motherfuckers won't do. That part. I'm like, these niggas be scared as hell. Okay, let me go ahead and get me some magic going. This might scare the shit out of some niggas, you know. My dad talking about, oh man, hey son, how you been? I haven't seen you. You ain't came around in a while, and all of this, that, and the third. Yeah, Pops, I'm just the only one in the bloodline that actually has any common sense and consciousness and trying to fucking seek a way to damn stop all the fucking generational bullshit from continuing to the next goddamn generation, my kids, nigga. Yes, Father, I haven't seen you, but at the end of the day, a nigga's been working, okay? I've been fucking reading, nigga. I love you, but you took the vaccine, nigga. I don't know about you niggas, man. You niggas, you guys got a son like me and still would do some goddamn dumb shit like that. Nigga, I don't know about these niggas. I stick to my goddamn self. The fuck? Fuck the dumb shit. Nigga, you are related to your parents on a physical. But when it comes to this cosmic soul shit, hey, man, nigga, I may be a 12th dimensional being. Higher level shit. There's heavens on heavens on heavens, nigga. That's one thing the goddamn Mormons actually do got right in they damn fake ass all white motherfucking heaven. Okay, there's like 12 of them bitches. Dimensions. All the way down to this third physical plane that we living in right now. All right? All the way down to this shit. Okay, and I see a lot of motherfuckers is real near and dear. Fourth and fifth, three, all just these few dimensions, nigga. I can just tell. Because just the fact that they so damn close to loving this damn shit. This is why it says you gotta shake the yearning, the source of that yearning for this physical shit, because that is what is gonna keep you physically attached to this physical body. This is how some motherfuckers become ghosts and disembodied spirits, and this is why they make movies like Sixth Sense and movies like The Others and shit like that. This is why people in this culture, they try to create and pump up man and woman's ego to where you're so whoop, whoop, whoop. Nigga, they say they got spots down in LA that they know are haunted, and that the motherfucking spirits of the motherfuckers who was famous and shit back in the 30s and 40s, they ass won't goddamn go nowhere. You know, you talk to the psychics and mediums and shit, they talk about this motherfucker so damn arrogant, his dumb ass don't think he dead. Just like the damn movie Bruce Willis, little kid had to tell him, like, look, bro, you've been following me around for like a week now, my nigga. I'll tell you right now, I'll tell you, okay? I've been being nice and trying to hint, nigga, I see dead people, nigga. Hint, nigga, I see him. Okay, you're one of them motherfuckers, all right? Goddamn. Hint. So knowing that that's basically what this incarnation is you being a dead nigga, dreaming all of this shit up. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell what's up from down half the damn time with how much they shake the damn world and spin it around and have everybody jumbo fucked every goddamn day. People say, oh, we're living in the Matrix. Oh, we're living in a simulation. Oh, this is, if it's a Matrix and it's a simulation, I'll say it like I say it for the 20th time. Why the fuck does anything matter, nigga? Why are you tripping off of some shit that's not real? If the ancients called this all Maya and an illusion, if they called this hell and underworld and all the shit, why the fuck you expecting anything? You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. All right. All right. So now, in order for mankind in both parts to have all that he can, note that he was formed with a quaternary of elements in either part, with pairs of hands and feet and other bodily members to serve the lower or earthly world. And with these four faculties of thought, consciousness, memory, and foresight, by means of which he knows all things divine and looks up to them. Hence, searching warily, mankind hunts in them for variations, qualities, effects, and quantities, and yet because the heavy and excessive vice of the body slows him down, he cannot rightly discern the true causes of their nature. My nigga, this is some divine shit. This is some divine shit. So, it says, we have, okay, you already know your goddamn your members of your physical body. Fuck all that. We're dealing with the spirit and the soul. Okay, you got four faculties, which is thought, consciousness, memory, and foresight, of which he knows all things divine and looks up to him. So understand this. If you understand that you're the God and you already know all of the damn shit, and you in life happening in reverse, the future already happened. and you goddamn happening. The past already went, the present, all the shit's already happening simultaneously. When I be doing this type of shit, and I be breaking down, and I be sitting here reading, and I be fucking highlighting my goddamn ass off, and just, you know what I'm saying, breaking the shit down, and my fucking white ass coworkers are looking at me like, yeah, a nigga that reads. Here's the thing that I'm getting at. I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, okay. If you know that you have all things divine, when I'm reading these books and I'm looking for this shit, you have to understand, when you goddamn get the knowledge, or let's say let's say that I know all of you guys have been on an in-depth journey searching for some shit. You know what I'm saying? Going hard, searching for some shit. In your brain, in your soul, you already know that what it is goddamn true. You know what it is already true. But you got to go through Google. You got to buy 100 books, flip through read all these goddamn words until you see it. All we spend time doing is searching for confirmation. You have divinity, foresight, mind, and thought, and all this spiritual shit attached to you. Niggas already know. It's not like you don't already know. And that's why when the shit hits you and knowledge hits you, you be like, God damn it, I'm a damn goofy. Nigga, I knew that shit. I knew that damn shit. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? It don't be too far off. You just goddamn, how you even found the knowledge to begin with? Because you was close to the damn shit. Even if you was wrong. If you wrong, at least you in the realm. Some people don't even have a damn opinion on the damn shit. At least if you goddamn fucking nigga, there's two answers, nigga. The two answers, right or wrong. I mean, yes or no. And you say no. Well, fuck it, nigga. That was 50%. Can't be mad at you for even trying. I'd have been wrong plenty of times. I'd have been wrong about Jeebus, okay? I'd have been wrong about the Most High. I'd have been wrong about the children of Israel, King David, all types of Christianity, judo, motherfucking Israel. I've been wrong about a lot of shit. All right. But here's the thing, I ain't never been too egotistical to hop on here and say, hey man, I was wrong and this is why. I used to believe in God and this is why I don't. I used to follow this right here. This is why I don't. You know, I believe that's what a man would do. You know, I'm a man. I'm coming into my divinity as at least learning and understanding the shit. My fault, nigga. I was waking up with dust in my goddamn eyes, spewing out everything, nigga, trying to come online, glitching, nigga, spitting out all types of shit, nigga. We're online now, okay? We are fully online at this current moment in time. So, like I said, understand when you get to searching for all the things that you get to searching for and doing all the research, nigga, you already know what it is. You know what time it is for real. You just got to find out what it is that's going to have you confirm the shit for your own sanity, you know? Period, point blank. And usually most people like sharing shit anyway, so there it is. You know, you won't just be out here just talking and making shit up, and that's why I like to cite my sources. I could easily hop down here, no book, and just talked about the soul and said all of this different shit about the soul. But no, I'm not. I'm going to actually read some ancient text that's been around for thousands of years, you know? Yeah. And see what we reason from it thousands of years later, you know? Straight like that. Okay. Okay, the excessive vice of the body slows them down. This body is trash. Slows you down. You're in matter. Just understand it. Okay. Therefore, given that mankind was made and shaped in this way, that the supreme God appointed him to such duty and service, if he observes the world order in an orderly way, if he adores God faithfully, complying duty and worthy with God's, he will be in both its aspects with and with what prize do you believe such should be presented? Hold on, man. Oh, this is me. Okay, hold on. It says, well, what prize do you believe such beings should be presented? Seeing that the world is God's work, and one who attentively preserves and enriches its beauty conjoins his own work with God's will. When lending his body in daily work and care, he arranges the scene formed by God's divine intention. Is it not the prize our parents had, the one wish in the most faithful prayer that may be presented to us as well as if agreeable to divine fidelity, the prize that is, oh my God, what is the prize? This is fucking crazy, guys. You cannot make this shit up. All right, look, I'll read this shit again. So you doing all this shit. You're on your point. You're on point. Doing everything you can to raise up consciousness. You're doing everything that you can to, keep your shit on point and all of that. What is the prize for doing all of that here down on earth? What is the prize for that? I'm about to tell you. Okay. It says, in the most favorite prayer may be presented to us as well as an agreeable divine fidelity. Okay. The prize that is of discharge and release from this worldly custody, of loosening the bonds of mortality so that God may restore us to pure and holy nature of our higher part to the divine. What is the prize you get for doing all the right shit? Nigga, death. The best shit going. Period, point blank. With a life full of faithful service and duty and honor to your people, your family, your kindred, your peers, the earth. The prize for all of that is release from the bonds of the mortal flesh that has kept your youthful or ancient primordial soul at bonds. Okay? It says so you can be restored and whatnot. You have to understand the phoenix can't come unless the ashes, it comes from the ashes. All right. It says, so break this down. It says, what do you say is right and true, Trismegistus? Yes, this is the payment for those who live faithfully under God, who live attentively with the world. For the unfaithful, it goes differently. I say I don't just be talking, nigga. I've read a lot of shit and have come to some conclusions, nigga. So when I say, this is where I be coming from. It says, for the unfaithful, for the fucking idiots. In other words, for the damn idiots. Okay? For the idiots, it goes differently. The return to heaven is denied them, and a vile migration of unworthy of a holy soul puts them in other bodies. What more do I need to say? I told you. You don't get this shit right, you're coming back. You get denied entry into heaven. What did Christ say? You got to know my name and all that shit to get through the pearly gates. Yeah, whatever, nigga. Ain't got shit to do with that. Okay? But for the unfaithful, it goes differently. It says a return to heaven is denied. A return to heaven. Which meaning, if you came down here with a soul, nigga, you don't originate down here, which means you came up there, you got, what I'm saying, had to do this shit, and then you try to return back up, and if you ain't got it figured out, it says it's denied, and a vile migration of unworthy, a holy soul puts them in other bodies. You don't get to go back up there. You come back down here and goo goo gaga and shit on yourself for another 9 months. And have to do all this shit all over again with no memory of nothing. No memory of nothing. Okay? It says, as the pattern of your discourse has developed, Trismegistus, it seems that souls run a great risk in this earthly life regarding the hope of eternity to come. You goddamn right you're running a great risk, because your chances of being born into a dumbass family are on 99% right now. 99%. The motherfuckers who are down here running the world, they are in cahoots with the goddamn demiurge. The niggas that's running this incarnation cycle that's taking motherfuckers, yeah, come to the light, come to the light after you die, and then they snatch your motherfucking ass up and throw your ass back down into another body. That's what we dealing with. We dealing with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with these niggas. We dealing with people that are yeah, we're dealing with an incarnation cycle, and some of these motherfuckers is working with these niggas down here, trying to keep niggas down here. All right, because the more people that come down here, the longer the illusion goes on, and the illusion only is that they don't see. Here's the thing: I would be cool. I would have a different tone in my voice. You can guys can hear me like. I sound a little energetic, a little animated. I sound a little passionate because this type of shit is not taught to people. This was, let me be honest with you niggas. And I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit about this weed. When was the last time you read out loud for hours? Like, I'm talking about reading out loud, saying words. I don't give a fuck how long you read. When was the last time you read out loud for hours? I do this shit, so nigga, let me smoke some weed and shit. You know, get this weed real quick. You dig what I'm saying? It says right here, souls run a great risk in this earthly life regarding the hope of eternity to come. They do. Honest to God. Your soul is in jeopardy. This is why you got to shake people. This is why I don't be around motherfuckers. That's why I don't be around. It's like, hey, we missed you for the Super Bowl. Where are you at? Right here. Drinking Don Julio, smoking weed, betting on Patrick Mahomes. It's rigged. The Super Bowl is rigged. If it's rigged, you dummies, all you motherfuckers study the damn Illuminati. Why don't you bet on the riggedness? Make some money. Idiots. That's why I say, motherfuckers are stupid, all right? And like I said, we run a great risk being down here, caught up with all these different vices and all of these different entrapments of the soul. I bet on shit to feel something. This world is so mundane and just gay and dumb. I need to feel something. Yeah, I'm risky. I'll risk it for the biscuit, nigga. Yeah. Oh, I lost? Ow. Oh, I won? Yay. For point two. To feel something. That's how mundane this shitty ass world is, nigga. Dead ass. All right, some run the risk regarding the hope of eternity. It says, of course, but some find this incredible, others fictitious, others laughable, perhaps. For in this body of life, the pleasure one takes from possessions is a delight, but from this delight, as they say, is a noose around the soul's neck that keeps mankind tied to the part that makes him mortal. Nor does the malice that begrudges immortality let him acknowledge the part of divinity in him. Speaking as a prophet, I will tell you that after us will remain none of that simple regard for philosophy found only in the continuing of reflection and holy reverence by which one must recognize divinity. The many may make philosophy obscure in the multiplicity of their reasoning. And then he goes on to ask, how do these niggas make philosophy incomprehensible? And I'm going to tell you before he tell you, because I could have answered this goddamn question by overcomplicating the damn shit. By making it seem that philosophy, which is wisdom in essence, is some shit that is far off, or some shit that is too hard to grasp, or some shit like that. Like, hey, yo, hell no. Hell no. This shit is on nigh. Like how Moses said. It's not far off that it's in heaven, that somebody should go up there and get it for you. It's not down there in the sea, so somebody should cross the sea and be like, we need a big ass boat to go get it. Nigga, it's not high on a big ass mountain to say we need to climb up that motherfucker. No, this shit is right here in your face. All right? Right here in your face. It says, this how they make philosophy incomprehensible. This is what the white man does. Let me tell you. It says in this way, Asclepius, Imhotep, by combining it through ingenious argument with various branches of study that are not comprehensible, arithmetic, and music and geometry. So a whole bunch of bullshit, a whole bunch of math, dumb y equals mx plus b. What the fuck? I understand that it's some shit that you need to do when you building certain shit, and there are certain proportions and equations that need to be solved and whatnot, but they overcomplicate the goddamn shit. And I don't give a fuck how you make it seem, oh, that shit's easy, nigga. It's just y equals mx plus. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself with that y equals mx plus whatever the fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Thought I was finna say something special, and it says music and geometry. Geometry was actually the only math I passed, nigga. Yeah. We cheated and shit in high school, nigga. We was copying nigga shit. I ain't never did no homework, nigga, nothing, nigga. Made it through high school, no homework. Actually, you need 23 credits to graduate. I had 22 and a half, nigga. They expelled a nigga on like 2 weeks before graduation, brought me back the day before graduation. I somehow convinced these niggas to let me get the cap and gown and walk across the stage. I damn near choked the principal. I said, look here, nigga. My mom is not gonna not see me walk across this goddamn stage. I don't give a fuck if I'm not getting a real diploma or not. And he was like, all right, we're not gonna give you no diploma. I was like, go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck about that. Give me my cap and gown, nigga. Period. And I still got my GED, nigga. They actually paid me to get my GED. There's a program called Youth Build, some real shit, through the Goodwill. All right? Youth Build. Anybody out there in the world that went through the Youth Build program through their local Goodwill for delinquents, I am a product, nigga. Yeah. I even went back and spoke at some of the damn graduations as a real ass alumni nigga, showing young niggas like, hey man, I was once you sitting in that seat. Hey man, it is okay. You can make it in this goddamn world. It is not easy. It is not goddamn simple. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have some grit and some determination. You'll be able to see it through. Period, point blank. You will be able to see this shit through. Okay? Straight like that. So I got a little bit more. So I'm kind of tired. And, you know, I'm in there breaking. I can't break down this whole chapter, this whole shit. But there's a couple more I want to break down just because this is some real shit. And people be asking questions like this, you know what I'm saying? They be like, okay, well, you know. And I was actually, because it's about to start talking about evil, right? Where my backpack at? Well, I was reading this book on Lucifer, right? It's in my backpack. I was reading the book on Lucifer, and it was talking about, it's talking about the devil and shit like that, right? And what's interesting, because, the question that Imhotep is about to ask Asclepius is, it says, was God not able to put an end and banish evil from nature? Okay. And then you look at, that's a good question, right? Well, if what the fuck is there evil for? What the hell is that? What is evil to begin with? So I'm reading the Lucifer book, and it's talking about the devil and the origins of the devil. And you know what's interesting? Have you guys ever heard of a scapegoat? Scapegoat. The devil is the perfect scapegoat for humanity in any culture. An all omnipresent evil force just to blame shit on. And the primitive man, before there was what you consider yourself the modern human, the primitive man seen fucking hurricanes and tornadoes and shit as evil. evil, destructive forces, angry gods, and things like that. So you have to understand when you see the devil how the devil morphed from just certain natural shit being seen as evil up until what we see now today, humanity's sickness blamed on an omnipresent evil being. Okay, but when you really break it down, evil is simply humanity. Or else this evil doesn't come from nobody, no gods on high, you know, comes from humans. So when you see the devil is simply an excuse for humans to blame shit that they have done on an evil, omnipresent being that is non-existent, other than taking an accountability and saying that humans are similar to animals. Humans are similar to animals, hence why the Baphomet got the goat on the head. The animal human. This book is where they get it from. What we're reading from. The animal human. Okay? Okay, so this is talking about evil and whatnot. It says, I've said, okay, it says okay, so listen. It says, when people ask, why did God not put an evil and banish it from nature? It says, one not need respond to them at all, but for your sake I shall pursue this question well, since I've opened it, and I will give you an answer. Now these people say that God should have never freed the world, or God should have freed the world of every kind of evil, yet evil is so much in the world that it seems almost to be an organ of the world. Acting as reasonably as possible, the supreme God took care to provide against evil, and when he designed it to endow human minds with consciousness, learning, and understanding, for it is by these gifts alone by which we surpass other living things that enable us to avoid the tricks and snares and vices of evil. He that avoids them on sight before they entangle him, and that person has been fortified by the divine understanding and foresight. For the foundation of learning resides in the highest good. Spirit supplies and invigorates all things in the world like an instrument or a mechanism. It is subject to the will of the supreme God. For now, let our understanding of these now let this be our understanding of these issues. So basically, what he's saying is evil is something that is ever present, because even in this shit, I'm gonna tell you, motherfucker, it's human nature. It is in human nature to do some of the things that you see humans do to animals until they receive the mind. If a human being is one of these motherfuckers, some meat suit, if one of these does not possess mind and consciousness, memory and thought, these motherfuckers are capable of animalistic shit. Why did Jeffrey Dahmer do that? He was possessed by a demon. No, he wasn't. That motherfucker was a goddamn animal. Goddamn animal. That's what he was. Should have been goddamn put down like one too. Nigga. Fuck. People overcomplicating the damn shit. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now this is some shit too, though. Now this third dimension, this is some interesting shit, because we've seen many depictions. Damn, I don't even got that book no more. Of fuck. You guys know the picture of the divine cosmic origin. You know how they be showing like different depictions of this realm and shit. Is like a sphere base with like a tree root and all of that shit. Sphere base. But anyways, it says this hollow of the world, round like a sphere, cannot itself, because of its quality or shape, be wholly visible. Choose any place on high of the sphere to look down in which you cannot see the bottom from there. Because of this, many believe that it has the same quality as place. They believe, therefore, after a fashion, but only through shapes or forms whose image have been imprinted on one's picture. Hold on, man. Okay. In itself, however, the real thing always remains visible. Hence, the bottom, if its part or place in the sphere, is called Hades in Greek because there is no seeing bottom of a sphere. Okay, so listen, I would have to read the whole shit before that, but I'm not. All right. Okay, those are called inferal in Latin. That's interesting because you got all these inferal gods. And you guys want to know something interesting? Let's actually look at something real quick. This is from someone called Hermes Trismegistus, right? Hermes is uh, the Greek equivalent to the Egyptian god, because you have to understand, this is Hermes talking to Asclepius, but Hermes and Asclepius already had this conversation way before the Greeks are saying it was Hermes and Asclepius. It was Tahuti talking to Imhotep, all right, or who they call in the Greek name Thoth, right? One of the inferals. So understand that even Tahuti name, Hermes Tahuti, his name is even in the Satanic Bible. Okay? As being one of the damn names in which motherfuckers even use when they try to bring up some of that magic. All right? So understand that this is some powerful shit. So powerful that even the motherfuckers who, go away from said religion, Christianity mainly, because that's what Satanism really goes against, is just Christianity. Nigga, Tahuti is one of them archetypes or energies in which they embody. Straight like that. Straight like that. Which is the shit we reading from. Okay? All right, now this is some key shit right here. It says the whole substance of all forms in the world, and each one of them is in its normal state. If I say so, material. Matter nourishes the bodies, spirit nourishes the souls, but consciousness, the heavenly gift that is happiness for humanity alone, not all humans, but only the few who have the mind to contain so great a bounty. As the sun lights up the world, so the human mind shines with the lights of consciousness, but it is greater, for whatever the sun illuminates is also sometimes deprived of its light by the interposition of the earth and moon and the intervening of the night. Consciousness, once coupled with the human soul, becomes one material in the closely joined coupling, so that the minds of this sort are never obstructed by the errors of darkness. They are right who have said that the soul of the gods is consciousness, though I say the soul not of all gods, but only of the great and original gods. So you have to understand, we're dealing with a multitude of gods, okay? And we are the most ancient of the gods. The gods that they have sitting on high right now that are getting reverence and praise around all of the world. The Israelites praying to God, the Most High, Yahweh, Yahweh, whatever name you want to call him, that is a subordinate deity. The Most High means El Elyon in Hebrew. That is a god of the Canaanites. He is a subordinate deity. He is not the original God. He's a secondary God. The Greeks are worshiping Zeus in that whole pantheon. Zeus is the son of Kronos. He is a secondary God. Okay? All of these other mythologies that people are worshiping, these gods and whatnot, they are secondary deities. Okay? They are not the original deities in which were served and were worshipped on high, and in the hierarchy was above them. So you have to understand, we are the beings. When you look at the Greek mythology, for an example, Greek mythology says Zeus overthrew motherfucking Kronos and the Titans, and that the humans were created from the Titans' bodies. So Titans precede Zeus, original niggas, lost the war, kicked down and made humans. War in heaven. Motherfucker who's trying to bring the light and the knowledge, kicked out down here. Whole army of demons. They say trillions, whatever, whatever the fuck. Okay, a third of heavenly hosts, the angels and shit like that. Enough to fill up humans, nigga, down here. All right, and get the shit going, nigga. When you really break down the science, all of the mythology is talking about the human embodiment of these angelic beings, which is us, divine nature. I just read all up and through this text of everything about us being in divine origin and the soul and how it's, discourse down here in world. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand its original state is that of primordial essence from the source of the all. Let me get you that, because I've read the word God in here plenty of times and I don't want to get it fucked up. Okay? I want to get it fucked up. Okay? Mortals are attached to the immortals. Of course they are. We got motherfucking leeches out here, motherfuckers that just need niggas. You feel me? Straight like that. Anyways, it says Asclepius, God, the Father, Master of all. Whatever name people use to call him, something holier or more reverent, a name that should be sacred among us because of the understanding we have given this greatness of divinity. None of the titles will name him precisely in a world. And if a word the sound spirit striking the air and declaring all persons whole wish or meaning as his mind happens to grasp from the senses a name, its whole content defined, circumcised, composed of a few syllables, provided the necessary exchange between the human voice and ears, then the whole of God's name also includes the meaning of spirit and air and everything at once is in them or through them. I cannot hope to name the maker of all majesty, the Father and Master of everything with a single name. A name even composed of many names. He is nameless, or rather, he is the all named. He is the one and all. And they keep saying a whole lot of he. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're saying that because this is written in the Greek and shit. But when you really understand this all of all and source of all, and you really understand the damn shit, it's a woman. It's feminine. The source of all, the creator of all, is in its divinity is femininity. Straight like that. Okay? So all this he, ha, ha, ha. No, nigga. She, nigga. She. Because before 4,000 years ago, when all these patriarchal Abrahamic religions and shit came out, this was a divine understanding. Okay? And some of these cultures around the world, they actually still got the sacred science of the woman being the divine dancer and creator of the universe. That's what the hell we dealing with. Okay? Straight like that. So let me see. His will and all goodness from divinity, the same goodness in all things came naturally, so that all might be as they are in word, so that all things to come hereafter, they might provide the power of themselves. This explains the explanation given to you. Do you say that God is of both sexes, Trismegistus? Not only God, Asclepius, Imhotep, but all things, ensouled and soulless, for it is impossible for any of the things that are to be infertile take away fertility from all of the things that now exist, and it will be impossible that for them to be forever. I say that sensation and growth are also nature things of this world, contains growth within it and preserves all that have come to be. For each sex is full of fecundity, I don't know what the fuck that word is, and linking of the two, more accurately, their union is incomprehensible. If you call it Cupid or Venus or both, you will be correct. And this is why they try to say the morning star is Lucifer, the fallen angel, Lucifer, morning star is something bad. In the Old Testament, That's that Venus, because Venus is the morning star. That's that sacred femininity, you know. And this is why Jebus, if you read the story real correctly, this is why in the New Testament he come out in the last chapter talking about he got titties, he got paps, and he basically coming out full androgynous on these niggas. You feel me? Talking about I am the bright and morning star. So some people equate that with him being Lucifer, being one and the same, which they are. But also you have to see it as that sacred feminine energy, that Venus energy, you know? That's what you have to see. We're living in a time where a lot of the ancient times where this was going on, the brotherhood, the cults, the male groups and shit like that, all of that shit is pretty much done and over with right now. Okay? Because this next this next little section talks about the whole tantric aspect. You feel me? Talking about the whole sex thing and how, you know, in its nature and shit like that. So it's real interesting when damn, damn, damn. So I want you guys to, since you guys are still here, I gotta break this part down. And we're probably gonna leave it with this. Okay. We gotta break this part down. Let me think. I am not finna grab that. There's too many books stacked on top. Good example. Okay. Do you see shit like this? You see these statues and carvings and shit? See, the next mystery section, we'll go to the prophecy of what we're dealing with now. Because there's actual prophecy that motherfuckers will mistake for something God said to Isaiah or Ezekiel in that motherfucker. And right here. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. And thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys all coming through and actually rapping with me and actually, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know? Let's fucking get it. We trying to get back to that original status. You know, but let's take a little second. First of all, you know, I would say this was for the fucked up shit. Cause I'm not gonna read this next part, but on the next page, Asclepius Imhotep, he started crying. And he starts weeping from what this nigga was just told. I wonder what, out of all the ism his nigga was just told, what could make him cry? I'm going to read to you the part before. It says, mankind certainly deserves admiration. As the greatest of all beings, and plainly admit that the race of God sprang from the cleanest part of nature, and that their signs are like the heads that stand for the whole being. But the figures of gods that humans form have been formed of both natures, from the divine, which is pure and more divine by far, and from the material which they are built, whose nature falls short of the human, and they represent not only the heads, but all the limbs of the whole body, always mindful of its nature and its origin. Humanity persists in imitating divinity, representing gods in resemblance of its own features, just as the Father and Master made gods eternal to resemble him. Are you talking about statues, Trismegistus? Statues, Imhotep. Yes. See how little trust you have? I mean statues ensouled and conscious, filled with the spirit and doing great deeds. Statues that foreknow the future and predict it by its lots, by prophecy, by dreams, and by many other means. Statues that make people ill and cure them, bringing them pain and pleasure as each deserves. Well, that's a motherfucking voodoo doll right there. Nigga, right there. That part right there was a motherfucking voodoo doll, nigga. That motherfucking voodoo doll right there. But clearly, you see, I'm going to close the book right there. Clearly, you see the statues in ancient Egypt weren't just statues. Okay, when you understand sacred science, and by I mean the sacred science, you have to understand some of the principles in which govern this world, as far as the principle of vibration. If you understand that everything vibrates, okay, if you understand everything vibrates and you can test any vibration, subtle vibration using your own energy, all right, you have to understand that just because something is there don't mean the shit ain't what it is. So I know for a fact that the temples in Egypt were conscious and alive in their own right because the Bible speaks so heavily against making and fashioning idols. Mm-hmm. The Bible speaks against any type of idols or any type of figurine or something type of anything made by hands, the human hands, because clearly the ancient science says that if you fashion something, you know, with your likeness and with your intent and all of the shit after something, nigga, this can be some real divine shit right here. That's some magic right there. That's magic. Period, point blank. In its own essence, knowing that what I know about magic, what he said is some magical shit. And this is why they have Hermetic magic and all this other shit that's attached to all of the shit. I mean, Tahuti is the god of magic to begin with, you know? So knowing that, that's the magical shit. Literally. That is some magical shit. Okay? This is what we have to understand. Okay? In closing, you are immortal. If you've tapped into this, if you're seeing this later, if you somehow come across anything of this type of information, it does not even have to come from me. I am not no gatekeeper. I am not nobody worth following. I am not nobody. I am you in a different damn body. God damn it. And you don't want to be me. Okay. And I definitely don't want to be you. So we all just gonna keep being our motherfucking selves. We gonna understand that we is gods in this bitch. All right. Nothing is to be goddamn yearned for and overly desired to the point where you sitting here almost forgetting that nigga, this is all a dream. You know, almost forgetting that this shit is almost a dream, and it's in its core. That's what this shit really is. Okay. We just dealt with the discourse, the hermetic discourse of the soul. Okay. I appreciate everybody coming in, tapping in on this good mystery session. All right. I even feel more knowledgeable and learned having read this again. I've been reading this shit all week, you know, reread the shit like 2-3 times, you know what I'm saying? And even earlier today, I'm like, oh, I'm about to speak on the damn shit. Well, let me read the damn shit again, and just reading it again while online with y'all is like, shit, this is some profound divine knowledge, yo. This is knowledge that they have kept. You have to understand, in towards the end, you know, Hermes get to talking about this is not no shit that was ran around and just preached on the heavens and the hills. So having a few people in here listen to this, or only seeing a few views after that shit, don't make me feel no type of way, because I understand that this type of information was always kept in closed circles, and only a small percentage of the human fucking population would ever be able to understand their own specific divinity. Okay? A very small percentage of the human population. Most people just deal with life on how it comes, on a very mundane, normal, basic level. And when you live like that, the motherfuckers who understand that this shit is a damn dream, you will be goddamn working for these niggas in a damn dream, and they'll be goddamn living the best fucking dream ever, and you'll be sitting here talking about, I gotta die and wait to go to heaven to have the same goddamn dream, or to have the same goddamn heaven they have in their own goddamn earth. Yeah, it's fucked up. Wake up, take your soul back, take everything back from your own shit. All right, appreciate you guys. Peace to all the gods, peace to the goddesses. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.